Good afternoon, everyone. It has been a little bit. I always get into this little funk where I can't film, and life has been super busy as we've been gearing up for Thanksgiving and the holiday season and kids' concerts and all these culminating events as we quickly head towards the end of the year. So it has been so busy, and I have been sick on and off. So if I sound a little off, now you know why. But I wanted to start this video off by saying thank you so much to Zoomoni. I really appreciate them, and I've been using their products before they ever reached out to me since I've been in this handbag community. It's such an honor to have companies reach out to you, especially early on, and I don't think it'll ever get old for any of us in this space, but I was very grateful to them because they shared in my excitement on my newly acquired beauty sitting right here, and I promise to get into it soon, but I had to start off by saying thank you so much. Also, today is one day post Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, because Lord knows how my filming cycle is going to be. I have like 3 pre-filmed videos that I need to get out to you guys and edit, but again, life has been crazy. All good things, some bad things with getting sick and stuff, but I had to put this video out there. So I'll get into my story time, and I promise I'll be brief, but you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I have been busy selling some stuff, and I decided, you know what? I think I'm gonna put this all towards my dream bag, which is a bag I've had before. And so this probably should be so nice. I bought it quadruple times because I've had this bag in several iterations, colorways, and I got rid of them all thinking I could be strong and I didn't need to have the bag, and because life was calling me into a different season when I welcomed in my 5th baby. And so long story short, I found myself always longing for this bag, and I'm sure all of you have guessed, if you've been around for a little bit, what bag this might be, but I wasn't going to get it until I could either find it in the exact condition I sold mine, which was basically brand new with stickers still on it, or even get it brand new again, which was even harder to justify. So I let the world bring it to me as it did, and lo and behold, one of my favorite resellers, Her Authentic, I'll put a link below to her website. She's wonderful. She's on Instagram, and she's wonderful to work with. She's really sweet, and I reached out to her as soon as it came up, and she said, you know, oddly enough, I thought about you, and almost, you know, she was like, you kind of beat me to it. I was going to reach out to you. So thank you so much, because I finally have her here, obviously, and just in time. Zoomoni, they reached out to me because they wanted to say, hey, we're gonna have a wonderful Black Friday sale. So all this to say, please take advantage of their Black Friday sale, because it's the best I've ever seen. It's 30% off your entire purchase, free shipping with your order 200 and up. You can still use my discount code, but I have a very special discount code right now, which I'll put here, which is specifically for this Black Friday sale. So please be sure to use it and take advantage. If you need to stock up, I use all of my handbag inserts to either store my bags, and sometimes there are certain bags like my Longchamp Le Pliage that I want to have that insert for organization, because that's such a slouchy bag. I'll bring it, give me 1 second. The Longchamp Le Pliage, they have them in all sizes, and so I have it in the small because I like structure to my bags, but of course I like when a bag is malleable. So my favorite of their organizers are their felt thin ones, and I usually 99.9% of the time get the thin ones, but I'm really liking their new silk collection. And as you guys know, my Mulberry Mini Alexa has one, and now my new handbag here will have a new one in one of their 4 newly released colors. And so you'll have to check out their website. I believe it's silver, gold, this wine or Merlot color, and then I believe they have like a creamy beige. Don't quote me on the exact names of these colors, I'm so sorry, but look at this color. Stunning. And I let them decide which color, because I said, hey, can I please purchase one of these inserts? And so, but they kindly gifted me all of this. So again, Kamsahamnida, Zoomoni. I really appreciate you guys. And if you don't know, Zoomoni is a Korean brand. My husband's Korean. One day I was unboxing all of this and he's like, oh, Zoomoni, that's a Korean word. And I said, well, this is a Korean company. I was like, oh, what does it mean? And he's like, it means pouch. Like, you know how like a kangaroo pouch has a pouch? And I thought, how cute is that? And maybe I'm saying that incorrectly. So if you're Korean and I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. But I digress. I'm trying to speak quickly because some of you are like, dude, stop talking. Which, by the way, hi, my name is Leslye with What Leslye Loves, and on this channel we talk about all the things I love. Very handbag driven, very organizational driven. So gosh, what a perfect way to introduce all of this today. If you're new around here, please definitely like this video if you can. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content. I do sprinkle a few other topics in, and let me go ahead and reveal my new beauty. Okay, so I went off like on a million tangents, but I was sharing, I've had this before, I sold a ton, I made some really hard cuts where some of you guys on Instagram were like, Leslye, are you okay? Like, what is going on? Because I was being ruthless. And I'm down to 10 handbags that are now going to be on heavier rotation, and I'm really using my things. This is not to say that I'm not going to bring other things in, but sometimes you need to shed a little bit to let other new things come in. And you know, what a perfect timing as we're wrapping up the year. That's typically what we're doing, right? We're thinking about what worked in this year as I head into next year. And so I do feel like I'm trying to experiment with some new silhouettes, but my tried and true is something slender, crossbody with a back pocket. So put your guesses below what you think this bag is, and I'll go ahead and reveal her. Okay, did you guess right? In front of me is a dust bag. Oh, there's a little sneak peek of the drawstring. Do we know what brand? I got my Louis Vuitton. And this was like perfect because as soon as I saw it, I messaged her authentic and I was like, this is it, isn't it? And she's like, girl, this is your bag. This is the time. Pick her up.
So, I don't know what to use her, so let me start packing, but it's like, now that I'm sharing it with you guys, it just feels like this totally real experience because I feel like a bunch of you have been on the journey with me. All right, which way is the front? This way is the front. Let me pull it out.
It is the Louis Vuitton Pochette Matisse in Empreinte leather in black, because I am back in my black handbag era, and it happens every single time the fall, like November hits and all the leaves have fallen down. I'm like, I'm wearing my all black stuff. So here she is. Let me put this away. The Pochette Matisse. I have had this, I've had it in black, I've had it in turtle dove, I've had it in monogram, and so I found that I was always drawn to the black one. Now, some of you know my turtle dove fiasco and escapades, and I may bring that color back into my collection, but really it's the black one. It's always been the black one that makes my heart sing. That I have it, my profile picture on my YouTube channel has this bag. I just love this bag and it works so well for me. And in my mind, because I've had the Cassie and I've had other replacements, I've had the Dress Up Your Purse Paris 15, which is a very great representation of this bag, but it's not this. And I know sometimes it's like name brand. For me, it's never been that. It's been exactly how this bag functions for me, and this sizing with the zipper pull, it's just the whole thing for me. It's everything. And this one was basically brand new, hardly worn. It had the protective stickers on it and I took them off, so I'll share the experience if that is your thing here, but I couldn't pass it up. And it's not that I need to have it made in France, but this one is a made in France. And because I've had this bag so much, I know that this bag is a newer, like the newest version, because if you can see, this leather just goes a little bit further down, and this here, it's usually a tag here. I think they started doing this in 2024. And so they've made some improvements so that you have less issues with this glazing, and it's going to happen, you guys. It's a flap, like all flat bags will have a glazing issue, especially if it's on heavy use and rotation. But I do feel like them bringing that leather just a little bit further down in the bag will probably help with its longevity over time. And even here on all of these edges, leather edges, it's just, it's gonna be really, really nice. So I like the improvements. Of course, it does come with a crossbody strap, and I just love this material more than anything. Now I have inserts that are going to go into it, and for my purposes with this bag in particular, I'm probably not going to keep the inserts in there when I'm using it, but I might on the days that I'm carrying a little less. But do you see how this bag is very accordion style? This is the OG, you guys, and there's argument of which came first, the Cassie or the Pochette Métis, or I don't care. I like this one, and it functions so well for me. And I thought all this time I could live without it, but then when I moved my stuff into it, I was like, hot diggity. Sorry, that's how excited I am. I'm throwing out all these dumb phrases. I love it. It just works. It fits everything, and it looks so classy, and it's just totally up my alley. And my friend Jessie with Jessie in the Bags, like months ago, was like, oh, I love that bag. I love the Empreinte really worn in. And I thought, really? I hate it worn in. And that was one of the reasons I parted ways with it, was like, I don't want to have to worry about the embossing kind of going out. But when she sent me a photo of like just like a lookbook, because she does such a great job doing that for herself and her wardrobe, I thought, oh, I love it worn in. So to help remove the OCD Leslye in me is why I cannot, like, I want to be able to store this bag with its inserts, and yes, occasionally use it with its inserts. So let me open this up. And how you see this packaged is how they package it to everyone, and you always get a little extra coupon in here. But if you lose your coupon, don't worry, you can just use my discount code. But it comes in, they kind of put in the two pieces together, because this front pocket is a little smaller. This feels beautiful, by the way. So these are their silk 1.5 millimeter inserts, and I just like it thin. In the event I am indeed using them, it just keeps the bag very malleable, because I like that squishiness. And then this one is for this back pocket. I couldn't choose between their like linen color and the Merlot. I hadn't seen them. I liked their color selections. And so I said, why don't you guys choose for me and surprise me? And so they thought, how nice would the contrast be of this Merlot shade in your bag? And I thought, you are very right. And look at it. That's a dream. Oh, okay, I think I'm gonna keep these in here, because although this canvas material, which bothers some people, they like the felt lining in the canvas version, I really like this because it's easier to clean up. So in the event you don't have any inserts in there and something spills, you can kind of clean it up more easily. But you can see here, these fit like a glove. Let me grab my bag and quickly show you what fits in here. So I have this bag overly packed, but I'm gonna pull out of here like my everyday staples that need to go in. So I have
my little wristlet, mini wristlet from the Coach outlet, my Louis Vuitton Victorine wallet, my Dress Up Your Purse key queen, hand sanitizer pill case, and in here I have
it. If you can see, there's little slip pockets in the organizers, and that's what makes it very convenient, because you're able to put things into those little slip pockets so it's not rattling around.
My car key, and that's it. Now obviously I'm kind of...
And my sunglasses. I would probably have like a thinner bag to put my sunglasses and rest them in on top, but you see I have that space to do so. It's not gonna fit in this case, but typically I'm leaving my sunglasses in the car these days. Closes perfectly. And the pièce de résistance, and why I love the Pochette Métis so much, is the back pocket for my phone. I attach my crossbody strap. There are a million videos on the Pochette Métis, but I figure if you guys watch, these are my everyday staples, and I had all of those in my Polen Moki, and you see how wide this bag is. And I think ultimately when I realized, oh, this is my big bag, and everything that I was carrying in here was in here, and yes, this can carry just that little bit more, but you see this profile versus this profile. that's a huge difference. So I'm like, yeah, this is why that bag worked for me. And I haven't been wearing it as much because I felt like I owed it to you guys to reveal it to you first. But let's just say she's going to be on heavy rotation. And because I've not kept a lot of my black bags, I really want to just enjoy the fruits of my labor of packing all of those items and bags and stuff up. And this is just all in one bag that I really, really love. So there you have it. I couldn't be more tickled pink. I'm so, so happy to finally have this back in my collection. And I'm even happier to have like the perfect organizers to put in here because it keeps my bag nice and slender, but keeps my investment protected. And again, I keep kind of alluding to, but especially when I'm not wearing this, I like that the organizers stay in there just so it maintains a shape when I'm storing it on the shelf. So thank you again to Zoomoni. I do have some extra goodies here, so stay tuned because at some point I may be doing a giveaway with some of these extra goodies. I always like to share. Sharing is caring. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy the holidays coming up ahead. Remember, it's all about spending time with family and enjoying these moments because, gosh, life surely just goes by so, so fast. And seeing all my nieces and nephews together and my kids, it's really been putting into perspective what matters most. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to my community. All of these little moments wouldn't be possible with all of you. So this Thanksgiving, I'm really grateful for you, and I'm going to try to not cry, but this is as I approach my 2-year mark. This has been such a wonderful experience, and I met my best friend on here, and I've met so many of you, and you guys have become such good friends. I have the honor of getting to text some of you and chat on Instagram. Really, because my life is so busy and it's very hard to have these social friendships in person, I have a lot of them behind the screen. And so I want to thank you guys all for all of these wonderful opportunities and for your support. It has meant so, so much to me. It's that push that helps me to continue going. So thank you, thank you. And I'm going to stop talking and getting all sentimental. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.